Good morning, everyone. My name is BC Onalieri, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us this morning for the world to see what's going on with the 8th Annual Girls Taking Action Fundraiser. Before we get started, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our lead sponsor for today's event, and that is Medtronic. Now, we really hope that you take this opportunity to find it in your heart to donate to this good cause. It's really easy. All you have to do is text 91999. It doesn't matter how much you give, just having the opportunity to give will make an impact in the lives of so many kids. So I want to tell you why I believe in this work. I believe in this work because GTA is a change maker, and it really inspires girls to achieve and chase their dreams. Now, this is a program of the Power of People Leadership Institute, and it was founded by Dr. Verner Cornelia Price. And in the past 15 years, GTA has impacted 5,000 girls and is now a national and international organization with chapters in Atlanta, Guatemala, Kenya, and Liberia. This year's virtual event gives an opportunity to have our supporters from around the world join in this fundraising effort. And again, we are also excited that you are here with us virtually, considering what's going on in the world right now. I want to take this moment to talk about exactly why we are here today. These funds are needed to keep this work going. It is so important to keep this work going for another 20 years. Just to get to some statistics, 98% of our girls are graduating from high school on time. 80% of our girls are attending college. 75% of our girls are no longer getting suspended, and 95% of our girls have improved their attendance. And this isn't it. 70% of our girls have improved their grades, and 100% are more confident young women who understand their personal power. And 100% have changed the trajectory for themselves and their family, because when you educate a girl, you can change a family, a village, a community, the world. I want to also take this time right now to thank some of our sponsors. I'll start with our diamond sponsor, again, that's Medtronic, our platinum sponsor, Wells Fargo and Youth Prize, and our gold sponsor, 3M, St. Joseph, the Worker Catholic Community Church, and our bronze sponsors, Olu's Home and Aveda. Right now, I'd like to take this time to introduce the woman behind the movement. Dr. Verner Cornelia Price works tirelessly, let me tell you, to make a difference in the lives of young girls who have gone on to make a difference in the communities that they live in. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to give a round of applause for Dr. Verner.
Thank you so very much. Thanks for having me this morning. Good morning, world. I am so thankful that you came this morning to be a part of this work. What an amazing work. And I am looking on the screen, and in the live audience, I can see my family and friends and supporters literally from around the world, as far as London, the Bahamas, Liberia, Kenya, Minnesota, St. Paul, St. Louis Park, Hopkins, North Minneapolis. I just love it. Thank you so much for joining us. So why are we here this morning? COVID-19, we have had an amazing year in Girls Taking Action. It is 15 years old. It started with one group of girls at North High. It started, you know why it started? Because one principal called and said, we need some help. Our girls need positive role models. You've got to come and help us. And it was in my neighborhood. Actually, it was my husband's alma mater, North High School. And when you know what? When someone calls for help, and it's the right thing to do, we've got to say yes. And I said yes. And sure enough, that was 15 years ago, 100 girls. We are now 5,000 girls later and standing. And this work has been amazing. And then COVID-19 came and threatened to just shut the whole thing down. Our schools were closed. We no longer had access to our girls. We then had to really, really pivot very quickly because COVID-19 sent us into a place of isolation for our girls. And I told my team, I gathered them and I said, we will not let our girls be isolated. We will not let them feel alone. We will stay in touch. We'll keep on calling. We'll texting. We'll start virtual groups. We have continued to do this. Today, we're here to raise above and beyond $125,000. Do you know why? It's very simple. It's really simple. We have got to keep this program going. We have got to keep mentoring our girls. We've got to keep getting them through high school and get them to college. And I'm going to try hard not to cry, but you know, sometimes I will, because our 14 girls who are going to college, it's going to be because we've done our part. So when you see that text to give come up, please give 91999. Please do give. The best way for us to actually know what's going on in the program is to ask our girls. And before I have our girls come up, this couldn't happen without a huge just collaboration of people. Our schools, our principals, our teachers, our counselors, our lead mentors, our career coaches, our board, you know, our staff. It all is one big kind of dynamic organization that does all this work together. So it's really, really important that I just want to say thank you up front to every sponsor that came in. Medtronic, bless you for coming in again as a diamond sponsor. Bless you. I just want to thank, and especially I want to thank our virtual table sponsors. These are women leaders who just said, you know what, I know we won't be there physically, Dr. Verner, but I'm going to purchase my virtual table and I want to invite my people to come on in on the live screen. So if you're a virtual table sponsor in the live screen, just wave for me so I can see you. I would love to see you. Hey, Lori Spees, hey, Kim Nelson, hey, good to see you all. Love that. All right, now you get a treat. You get a treat. Here's a treat. You get to hear directly from our girls. Sitting on stage with me, I have 4 of our girls. I'm going to have them quickly introduce themselves, their school, where they're from, and then they get to tell us what they've learned. Here we go. Get ready for a treat. Let's start here.
My name is Kelsey Piox, and I'm with the Lila chapter.
All right. And you are a?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Very good. Very good. Yes, ma'am.
My name's Azari Jackson. I go to North Community High School in North Minneapolis, and I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. Welcome, Azari. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Amal Mahdi, and I'm a senior at Lincoln International High School. I am from East African chapter.
And you're from the East African chapter.
Yeah.
Ahmed. Yes? Amalia. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Verner.
And you are?
I am MK. I am an alumni of GTA back when I was a junior in high school at Washington Technology. Currently, I just finished my last semester at Hamlin University.
And you just graduated yesterday. Yeah, like just a second ago. I love that. Welcome, welcome. Girls, tell the world what lesson you've learned and why this program is so important. Let's start with Kelsey.
I think for me, I've really benefited from learning about like what my voice is and that I have valuable things to say, because collaboration is such a huge part of our lives now. So understanding that I have a voice and that it's important is really empowering.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. Azari, what do you think?
My greatest lesson learned in GTA is that Black women can achieve any accomplishment that comes their way with a positive mindset.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Tell me what you've learned. Thank you.
So the greatest lesson that I learned in Girls Day Connection is that you know yourself, and you can share your ideas and your opinions with the people that next to you, like without fear.
Without fear. Did you say without fear?
Yeah.
You can have a voice without fear. You can share your ideas without fear. You don't have to be scared no more. Right? If we weren't in COVID, I'd give you a high five or a hug, but I can't because I'll give you just an elbow. Come on, give me some. Here you go.
One of the greatest lessons I learned being a part of GTA is that it's good to be positive all the way, despite all the negativity that's around the society, because that perseverance is what will get you where you want to be.
Get you where you want to be. And MK, when she was in high school and in the program, I said, she's going to be a leader. Mm-hmm. She is going to be a leader. Thank you so much, girls. Audience, give them a round of applause, please. There you go. I love that. There's Miss Ann. Hey, Miss Ann from Atlanta. She coordinates our Atlanta chapter. Thank you so very much. What I want you to know, world, is that I want you to give, right? And let me just tell you that people have already stepped up. We are already at $44,500 in giving. Our goal is to go beyond $125,000. Text 91999, and or if you want to go to our website, giaction.org/donate. Thank you so much. Miss Bisi?
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Verna. And ladies, thank you. Some very inspirational stories. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in with us this morning. A virtual applause for these young ladies and Dr. Verna. So again, to text, to donate, all you have to do is text 91999. And once you do that, go ahead and share the word on social media. Get the word spreading. Now, I would like to share that GTA has been recognized by our local politicians and leaders. And I want you to take a listen to Representative Rena Moran. She's in District 65A, Minnesota House of Representatives.
Hello, Dr. Verner Price. This is Rena Moran, State Representative from District 65A. I'm here to say thank you for the work that you do every day. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your investment that you have in girls across the state of Minnesota. Thank you for being there to support our Black and brown girls. It is really important to have mentors in our school that looks like the girls who looks like me. Yes, we are in this pandemic where we are in distant learning, where we are expecting parents to be the first teacher of their kids. It is hard, it is difficult work. So I want to thank you for going into and staying in the best as you can to stay in these young girls' lives, to be connected with their parents, to finding the opportunities and the possibilities right now in this pandemic to do the work that is critically important that schools cannot do. An investment today in girls taking action is an investment of our girls of tomorrow. We need you more than ever today to work to ensure that we create the educational outcomes that is needed to create success, to make girls feel valued, to make them feel needed, to make them to be the mentors of tomorrow. So thank you for your investment.
And thank you, Representative Moran, for that powerful message. Now, GTA is also a collaborative effort that involves many corporate partners and women leaders who serve as career coaches, leadership speakers, volunteer mentors, and on the GTA Advisory Board. We would like to welcome at this time Debbie Magnuson. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here this morning. I am absolutely delighted to be participating. This is, I believe, my fifth fundraiser for Girls Taking Action. I serve as chair of Girls Taking Action, and I donate my time, I volunteer my efforts and commitment because Girls Taking Action works. We are in the public schools and we are in the communities making a difference every day. This year I've had the opportunity to be a lead mentor at Anwatton Junior High, yay, Anwatton Middle School, and so we are just delighted. And I do this volunteer work because I believe in the power of girls and women to lead us into the future. Our future will be shaped by the girls of today, and we are making a difference with those girls. So I would like to introduce a brief film that we made from other members of our board. Good morning and welcome to a segment about the Girls Taking Action Board. My name is Debbie Magnuson and I am this year's chair of the Girls Taking Action Board. And with me are three other board members. And I'd like you to wave when I say your name so we know which one we're talking about. First, I have Kim Smith-Moore. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining us this morning. Kim preceded me as Girls Taking Action chair and led the way in so many ways. We're delighted you can be with us today. Kim works for Wells Fargo Corporation. Aveen Kallenbach is a board member this year, and Aveen works for Mortensen Construction. And then we have Anita Quay J. Agre. So welcome, Anita. Anita works for Ecolab in St. Paul. And so let's just get started. What made you want to volunteer with Girls Taking Action? And I'm going to start with Kim, and then we can just go around if that's okay.
Well, what made me volunteer is just it was an opportunity, and actually really, it was really to give back. You know, I always take myself and other women leaders back to when you were a girl, right? Because we all experienced being that age, our teenage years. And so, you know, some good experiences and not so good experiences, but we've learned and matured from those experiences. So we have the ability to provide that to our wisdom, things that we've learned to the girls of this generation.
Thanks, Kim. How about you, Aveen? What made you decide to volunteer?
Biggest thing is I wanted to be that one person that was there for me when I was young as a teenager and going through all these ups and downs and different cultures, different lifestyle and just having that support. And with that support, it is where I am right now. So I wanted to be the same person to someone else and give back. Exactly. So.
Very cool. Thanks. How about you, Anita?
Hi. I joined Girls Taking Action because I went to a pure girls high school, and growing up right now, I think back to all the mentors that I had, and I want to be one of the mentors for the kids. I want to be part of the vision that empowers girls to finish high school and encourages them to say, hey, you can make it, you can go to college, you can be anything you want to be.
What do you believe, Aveen, is the most important part of Girls Taking Action's work?
I believe that the monthly meeting that we have with all these girls, the one-on-ones that we have with them is amazing. It actually serves us as leaders as well as them and helping them and showing them where they can be and, you know, and where they can be, showing them all the opportunities that they have. And that time that we have together is exceptional. The time that we have together is important to them and to us to grow together.
My favorite part is the graduation tea. It warms my heart if we mentor every month and we talk to them and we are partners, but you don't see any effect. So the best outcome is when they finish high school and graduate, and we go to that graduation tea ceremony and they tell you, oh, I'm going to nursing school, I've been accepted at the U of M, or I'm doing that. It's just the best thing ever.
We go there every month and mentor the girls and bring them different things about, you know, financial health and about savings. It's very important, and about career pathing and things like that. And just amongst a variety of things that we talk to them about. But, you know, I'm just proud for the women of Wells and how they've really, stepped up to the plate to really engage and to help and give back. And then most importantly, I'm proud of the girls, right? You know, the girls that, you know, that come in, you know, at the beginning of the year and are kind of skeptical, like, you know, what are these women doing here? What do they have to offer us? But then they get to know us and then they get to love us.
Wells Fargo, as well as others. So we really appreciate that. And we hope that you'll add your donations to what our wonderful corporate sponsors do as well. And now I have an amazing opportunity and a real thrill to welcome a good friend of mine to the stage. We have asked Geraldine Steele to join us this morning and sing a special song for the girls and for Dr. Verner as well. Geraldine Steele is part of The Steeles. She and her siblings have sung together for many years. She's also an Emmy winner. She has had a radio program with WCCO Radio for over 20 years. She's a keynote speaker, but most of all, she's a wonderful human being, and I'm glad to say a good friend of mine. Welcome, Geraldine.
Thank you so much. You see, I had an opportunity to be a part of a girls' community, and then they added boys, and all of a sudden, we grew and we grew and we knew how to become women. That organization was very small, but you, Girls Taking Action, huge. I'm honored to be here. When I'm down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. Expanding, that is one of the things that Girls Taking Action do well. Verner never stops. Dr. Verner knows exactly what she wants and she goes after it in the name of the girls to make sure that they have what they need, that they know what they need, and that they will be where they need to be at all times. That's not an easy task. It is not an easy task. And I just want you to know, watching them work, watching them talk, and feeling their spirit when I'm in their midst, amazing. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Woo. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Can I sing it one more time? You raise me up, woo, so I can stand on mountains. Hey, you raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Every check, every dollar. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise us up to more than we can be. Thank you.
Miss Geraldine. Let me, Woo! Right? That's what we're doing, isn't it?
That's what you're doing. Changing lives.
We have to do this thing. You hear me? We've got to do this thing. Because our girls are in trouble and they need us. And you know what my husband always says? Nobody else is coming. We got to do it ourselves. Yeah? Thank you. Thank
Every
you.
one of them.
Live
Every one
audience,
of them.
give her a huge applause. And please, if you haven't given, give. And
Please.
thank Miss Debbie from our board chair. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
And again, another round of applause for Geraldine. Raise me up. That is exactly what GTA does, day in and day out. I'd like to take this opportunity again to remind people to donate. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone and text 91999. Doesn't matter how much you are able to donate, every dollar counts, and it really does go a long way. Again, thank you to our sponsors and our live audience for joining us. You all also deserve a round of applause. So our goal, as Dr. Verner mentioned, is $125,000. I know that we can get there. This is a call to action to keep an important thing in our community going, to keep these girls striving, to keep them achieving their dreams. We can reach this goal, a call for action. Now, I want to tell you, many years ago, Dr. Verner began receiving requests to offer a similar type of program to young boys. They kept saying to Dr. Verner, what about our boys? So she, in partnership with her husband, Brother Shane Price, the co-founder of the Power of People Leadership Institute, founded a mentoring program for boys, specifically for boys, just like GTA, and it's called Boys of Hope. How fitting. Today, we are pleased to have the Boys of Hope team here this morning so that you can see them and meet them yourselves. I would like to introduce to you Brother Shane.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. And wasn't Geraldine so excellent? That was just an excellent presentation, and we're grateful. We're grateful that we have an opportunity to be blessed by her. We want to send a quick shout out to all of our guests, our friends around the world, especially to our friends in London and our brothers and sisters in Kenya, where we've been to establish chapters there. Quickly, we want to talk just briefly about Boys of Hope. I mean, you guys are clear, right, about the cradle to the prison pipeline. And we want to be interrupters of that. And in fact, we have become those interrupters. Through the work of my wife and Girls in Action, we founded the Boys of Hope program. And the Boys of Hope program, while it hasn't been around as long, we're only about 2 or 3 years old now, but we're expanding. And so we're hoping that your giving on this day will extend our opportunity to the boys and their families, the boys and their parents, the boys and their fathers, present or not present, who would be benefited by the opportunity to have men of integrity to interview, to facilitate, to spend time, to hang out with them at school. And this is all done, by the way, during school time. We also have after-school activities. We've taken boys to Timberwolves games, to Vikings games, and to other games like that, Twins games around the cities. And so I want to introduce to you today 3 men who have done what I think is an exceedingly good job of working with our boys in the community. Brother T.R. Caldwell here, just to my right, I think it's to the left of your screen, Brother Emmanuel and Brother Ananiah Israel here. These gentlemen have all done an amazing job, and I want them now in some ways to explain to you really what it means for them to have the opportunity to speak into our young people's lives, to bless their hearts during the school day, to speak a language that they understand, and to be able to provide for them not just direction, but a male-orientated love. Oh yeah, that helps our young people know they are valuable, they are lovable, they are powerful, and they are important. Tierra, what have you got?
Thank you. It's just been a real blessing to be able to breathe life into the space in life that, where so many young children have that void. It's been a blessing to actually be able to fill that void and give our children something that we never had. So that's.
Speak a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I never had a father figure. I never had anyone during school who looked like me, an older version of me, to encourage me along and show me the vicissitudes of life. So that's very important for me.
I should mention to you that just last year, Tierre Caldwell received the Father of the Year award from the Fathers Project for fathering and raising his own son, King Mason, who's probably watching today. I just want to send him a shout so he realizes we haven't forgot about him. But here I have my Liberian brother who has recently graduated from college himself. And we're so proud about your accomplishment, Emmanuel. But tell us a little bit by why it's so important for you to give back to our young people, to our boys.
Yes, thank you. So it's so important for me because, so unlike T, I actually had the opportunity because in high school, as a freshman, I had the mentorship. I had a fellow person of color who's accomplished so much.
Sure.
Who was able to show me the way, who was able to tell me about, okay, I can become anything that I want to become. Okay, even though I'm an immigrant out of Nigeria, I'm not limited,
yes,
to whatever that's happening here. So I can actually go out here and become and imagine whatever it is that I want to become.
Right.
So just being able to empower the younger generation, just being able to tell them like, okay, if I had the same thing, if a kid from Nigeria can come out of nothing and be able to make something out of himself,
yes,
you have absolutely no limitation, from a citizen here in America.
Let's give that young man a round of applause here if you're listening here in the audience. Emmanuel, give us an example of what it's been like for you, a direct experience you've had with one of our young people in school. And what school were you in, by the way?
So I graduated from Augsburg.
No, what school were you in with the young people? And congratulations to Augsburg, we're giving you a shout.
Excel Academy. Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about Excel.
Yeah, so Excel Academy, I mean, for me, that was quite a unique experience for me. So going there, and seeing the experience of these young kids and all that stuff, and just kind of having an understanding from the fact that what they came from, and a lot of those kids didn't have a whole lot of father figure into their life.
Right.
So for me, I think it became a personal connection because I've always tried to be a mentor to younger generations, but being put in a position of a real life situation, like, okay, these kids don't actually have somebody to look up to, so you have to actually be the person,
right,
who's playing that role.
Well, listen, you've been playing the role real well, and we just want to congratulate you and thank you, and we're looking forward to another good year, full year next year, as we continue to navigate the vicissitudes of the 19 and 20 and all of those things that will keep us in some ways on track to make education a reality for all of us here in Minneapolis and in the Twin Cities and around the world, really. Ananiah, you were over at what school was that you were at, son?
Our site is Ramsey Middle School.
Ramsey Middle School. Now, some of the people from Ramsey might be listening, so just in case they are, I want you to tell us just a little bit about what that experience has been like for you.
Ramsey Middle School, it is a wonderful experience. It's been a while since I've been to school personally, but walking back into a school environment, it takes me back to that time where I wish that I would have had the kind of mentors that we are in a position to do for the kids there now.
Right. Yeah. And give me an example of, some connection that you made that made an impression on you in some ways.
Oh, wow. Our boys are amazing. They're alive. They got a lot of energy.
Right.
They're attentive, and the questions that they ask are just so amazing. You have to wonder, what is going on inside of that mind of theirs.
Right.
It's a wonderful thing.
Right, right. And have the teachers been appreciative of the work that you guys are doing? What do you think, Tierre?
Oh, absolutely. They come and they tell us, and the main thing that I think the kids were so much attracted to was just learning about financial literacy from some of our sponsors who came in from different banks and financial institutions. I mean, the kids were really drawn to that. And so, that's one.
They know about the money.
They love asking about the money.
I'll tell you what, And you know, it's important in these days and these times that we're giving that literacy, that information to our young people in a way that's helpful to them. I want to, if I can, just ask you one more question, and I'm going to bring my wife forward. And that question would be this. What is it you think is the most valuable lesson that young people are able to gain from your presence? Manny, I'll ask you, and Ananiah, you follow.
For me, hands down, I would say it's having hope. I mean, that the word "Boys of Hope" is not. It's not just so. It's such a significant word because in an era that we live in now, full of just so much things going on. But I think showing the kids like they have hope and they have a chance to be able to accomplish, you know, whatever it is that they want to accomplish, regardless of whatever limitation that we currently face. So I think for me, the biggest, I think it's having hope.
That's a powerful word. Langston Hughes said, whatever happens to a dream deferred. And you all are providing that nature, that hope that allows dreams to be fostered and developed. Ananiah, what would be your thought?
I would agree with the hope aspect. I would also like to interject the power, your personal power.
Right.
You know, you have to understand that your personal power is just your ability to think that positive thought and take that positive action step.
You're talking about going inside.
Absolutely.
And drawing something out.
And drawing something out of you that is already there.
You know what? That's what we need for you. If you're a listener, we need you to go inside and draw something out on today. This, you know, we need to be supporting our young boys, and this is one of the ways that we can do it. If you're in Atlanta, or if you're in Kenya, if you're in Minnesota somewhere, if you're around the country and you want to support Boys of Hope, please feel free to call that number or click that button on the bottom of your screen. Right now, if you don't mind, I would like to introduce you to my better half, my wife, Dr. Verner Cornelia Price, the co-founder of the Power of People Leadership Institute. Honey, would you come on up? Would you all in the audience give my wife a big hand, please?
I will do it. That was good.
Can you give her a bigger hand than that? I have to go home with her. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you wanted to say to the young men for the work that they've done?
What I want to say is thank you for going with us on this journey. Right? Everything starts small. There's no big thing in the world that didn't start small. And you started with your group, and you made it work, and you worked the curriculum, and you worked with your boys. So thank you for being a part of a movement. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And give my husband applause also, because he stood with me in this the whole time. He stood with me in this the whole time. Now, let me just say, together we're going to say to you, if you have not given as yet this morning, and like BC said, whether it's $5 or whether it's $5 million, we are asking you to support your nieces and your nephews, your sons and your grandsons, your granddaughters. This is who we're talking about here. And we're asking you to support. So we're just going to put text 91999, and we're going to make that happen this morning for our young people. So where are we at right now? So this morning, so far, we have raised about $35,000, which is great, But there's still more to go. There's still more to go. You do the math. We add that $44,500 to that $35,000. You do the math. We still have a little ways to go. We can pull this thing through. So thank you so very much for giving this morning. It's amazing to me what happens when you decide to make a difference. And for many of you in my live audience, you've been with me in this thing. You've been such wonderful supporters. You know, I think about a Roxanne Smith who just have stood there as a board member and who has been so faithful. I think about Miss Kim Smith-Moore, who's just done a wonderful job and was our board chair for so many years and just really pulled us through and helped us do so much good work. At this time, we're going to actually allow you to take a look at what the impact of our work is. And I'm going to ask our development director, Miss Kara Deans, to come on stage with us to introduce this video and to talk a little bit about the impact. Now, when I talk about, come on, Miss Kara, when I talk about, thank you so much, sweetheart, I sure appreciate you. When I talk about what it means to give, what exactly are you giving to? Now, just imagine if I asked you every week to go to your local junior high school, every week prepare a lesson, every week call them at home, every week help them figure out what's going on with their lives. And if I asked you to take them to colleges and corporations, and if I asked you to every once in a while buy them some gifts, some incentives, and give them something new, and continue to, wouldn't that cost? All of that costs. So that's really what you are paying for. You are making an investment in today and in our future through our young people. Please give. I really appreciate it. And I'm thankful for you for giving. Join us in this partnership. Ms. Kara, why are you in the work? And please introduce our alumni video.
Good morning. Good morning. Dr. Verner, it's such an honor to be here. My name is Kara Deans again. Thank you for the introduction. I'm the development director for Girls Taking Action. And as we talk about, she went over just a little bit of the role of what lead mentors do. We've had to really look at a society and as a nation on what it means to be an essential worker. And our lead mentors are our essential workers. They are the ones on the front lines with our girls day in and day out, really holding them hand in hand through their middle and high school and college years. And what you're gonna see right now is really gonna touch your heart. Our alumni. Our alumni girls are the ones that are off into college, or maybe they've graduated already. They're already in the next phases of their life, and they are now turning around, letting us know what an impact, what a difference Girls Taking Action has been to them and how important it is. And now they're giving back into the organizations and to the schools, coming back and visiting, doing talks. So please take a second to watch our alumni video.
Hey, ladies. Hey. I am so excited to be having this conversation with you today. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dillard, and I am the program coordinator for Girls Taking Action Atlanta. Woo-hoo-hoo. Shout out to Atlanta. All right, so I'm so glad to be having this conversation with you three phenomenal women. Right? And I just want you to take some time to share about yourself and start off by telling us, who are you and when were you a part of Girls in Action? And tell us, what do you currently do? We'll start with Miss Navia Davis.
Thank you, Ann. As she mentioned, I'm Navia Davis. I was a member of Girls Taking Action in 2006, I believe. It's with the cohort over at Minneapolis North High School. I am currently a community relations specialist for Best Buy Corporate and a self-published author.
And now we'll go to Miss Shadow. Welcome.
Hi, Miss Ann. My name is Shanna Rowland. I am currently a graduate student at Minnesota State University Mankato, and I also work in the Women's Center. I was in Girls Taking Action in 2008, I believe, and I was at Patrick Henry High School.
Wonderful. So glad to see you again. Welcome, Miss Sierra. Welcome.
Yes, so I was in Girls in Action from 2007 to 2010 at North High School. I currently work for Gannett, the company that owns the USA Today network, as a digital marketing consultant.
So my first question for you, and we'll go around in the same order, how has this program impacted your life? We'll start with Navia.
The program impacted my life, just being a strong support for women and advocating for girls growing up. Being a little brown girl on the north side of Minneapolis could be rough for some ladies. And I want to say that when Girls Taking Action piloted at our high school, there was a lot of positivity behind women empowerment. And it was really foundational. And I think the leader, Dr. Verner Price, she really tried to make that apparent with like words of affirmations and her book. She really kind of advocated for that. So I think it was important for me to be a part of this organization because I needed the support of women empowerment and knowing that there is a future for me as a little brown girl coming out of the north side, and yeah, that there's more to do and there's support behind you in trying to do that. And I think Girls Taking Action definitely provided that support.
Awesome. Miss Shadow?
Girls Taking Action was a very big impact for me because I had a rough life growing up, and I was definitely someone who expressed themselves with anger before Girls Taking Action, and Girls Taking Action actually impacted my life by just giving me something new to look forward to, something new to look at. Like, the only thing I seen was like very stereotypical Black women, and when Girls Taking Action came into my life, I seen a whole new world of Black women. I seen Black women going to college. I seen educated Black women. I seen successful Black women. So it really impacted me to want to do more and show me that I can be more in life. So when I actually joined the program, I actually started changing my life for the better. So that's how it impacted me.
Thank you. And Miss Sarah?
Yeah, I think, very, very similar to Navia and Shadow. My mother passed when I was 16. And I definitely, I had the support of my auntie, Miss Lorraine. She stepped in and was a mother to me, still is to this day. But just to have a whole team of women, to know that I could call on, to know that I could reach out to know that supported me, and really, to hear that you always have a group of people, like just to have your cheerleaders behind you, really, I feel like makes you believe more so in yourself. That you can accomplish anything that you set your heart to. And I always get a little choked up at this part, but, Girls Taking Action, Miss Ann, Miss Natalie, Miss Dr. Verna, you all stepped in, and you guys were just, mothers to me almost. You all stepped in and really just supported me through some of the toughest times in my life.
Give them an applause. Our alumni are amazing. They have done the work. They listened to us. They followed our affirmations and our work that we have done with them. And they stayed true to the values and the core values of Girls Taking Action. One of the things that we do every week, I've written affirmations. And this work really stems out of a little purple book that I wrote many, many years ago. Miss Fatoon, coming up here for a second. Miss Fatoon actually heads up our East African chapter, which is our community-based chapter, which is so, so important to us. Thank you for all of your work. I really appreciate it. And Ms. Fatoon right now is working with me on a television show to translate parenting during distance learning for immigrant families. And she's right now working on 3 episodes of interpretation that's actually airing probably as early as next week. So look for that too. Thank you so much, Ms. Fatoon. So this work comes out of my book, The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Who Can Change Your Life. And the book simply says, everyone has power, and you get to use your power. And here's what I teach our girls. Use your power to be an adder and a multiplier. We only have a few more minutes left. Please, I am asking you, please, to give. If you haven't given, and for those of you who have given, thank you so very much. For those of you who have yet to give, please give. It is doing the work. So, this very short cheer is going to end us. And with this cheer, I want to thank all of our sponsors. Medtronic, you came through. Wells Fargo, you came through. 3M, you came through. Olu's Home, you came through. Youth Prize, you came through. I want to thank all of you. Ecolab, you just came through at the last minute. Thank you so very much. And all of our corporate partners for being there for our girls. I so appreciate you. As we go into this last segment, you get to do something special with us. You get to do the affirmation with our whole team. So get ready. Wherever you are, right now we have 65 people online watching on the live audience. So get ready to stand up and do an action step, okay? So let's hear our girls from North High. And Azari, you didn't know I was going to play this, but I think you're in this video doing a cheer for Girls Taking Action. Here we go. Let's show that quick.
We are important. We're here to make a change. Women come together as an exchange. Find your power. Change the world. Come together, all the girls.
Your little surprises. Miss BC, come on up here with me. Yeah. I want to give a formal thank you to Miss BC for just being here for us.
Thank you.
When we made this change to a virtual fundraiser, I'm like, Miss BC, please still do this for us, okay? And she goes, oh, no problem, Dr. Verner, sure, we're gonna do this. So thank you for being spontaneous and making it happen. All right, team, are you ready for the affirmation? Yes. Which one should we do? Should we do the when I was born? Yes. Oh, I love that one. Yes. You ready? And put a little attitude in it. You hear what I'm saying to you? Put a little attitude in it. Are you ready? Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on back.
Oh, you want me back? Okay.
Come on now. We're going to do this thing together. All right, I got to put my book down. All right, right there. Put your hand on your heart wherever you are and make sure you disrupt your family. Hey, Miss Tracy Bransford, I see you over there. Hopkins. Ooh, ooh. All right, she's one of our women leaders, and she's with the links, too. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Audience, are you ready? Give me a wave. Yeah. Give me a wave, audience. Yeah. All right. When I was born, I was born valuable. When I was born, I was born important. When I was born, I was born lovable. And when I was born, I was born extremely powerful. Okay, now put some attitude in it now. Make it work. Okay? It's for the whole world. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So no matter what anyone has done to me. Oh, Miss Fatuna, I like how you did that. Just put it in there. So no matter what anyone has said about me.
No matter what anyone has said about me.
No matter what I've done to myself.
No matter what I've done to myself.
Do you know sometimes our girls do stuff to themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do you know sometimes our boys do stuff to themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, sometimes you can hurt yourself in this process, and then a mentor has to come along and tell you that is not healthy, that's not whole. Yeah? Are you ready? No matter what I've said about myself.
No matter what I've said about myself.
No matter what I've done to myself.
No matter what I've done to myself.
Now get ready and put a little attitude. I'm still valuable.
I'm still valuable.
I'm still important.
I'm still important.
I'm still lovable.
I'm still lovable.
And I like how you did that. Lovable. Oh, that was nice, BC. She's like, I'm still lovable. It was just sweet. I like that. You know what? I could probably use more sweetness in my life, right? The girls are like, Dr. Verner, do you have to say, you don't have to look like a hoochie mama to get somebody in life? Come on now.
Yes.
That's right. Huh? Yes. You don't have to be hoochie mama number 5 and show all of your stuff just to be a woman. No, you don't.
No.
Oh, am I on live TV? Oh, okay, let's get back to it. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm still valuable.
I'm still valuable.
I'm still important.
I'm still important.
I'm still lovable.
I'm still lovable.
And I'm still, do it with me, extremely powerful.
Extremely powerful.
And nobody.
Come
on, give me an attitude, because sometimes in our young people's lives, there are people who are trying to be subtractors. There are people who are trying to destroy them. During this COVID-19, some of our children have been locked up with people who are abusing them. And it's wrong, and you've got to stop. Protect our kids. Protect our kids. If you see someone hurting kids, do something about it. And while you're at it, put that give banner back up here. And while you're at it, please give. Okay?
That's right.
And nobody.
And nothing.
Can ever change that.
Can ever change that.
Let's give ourselves and our audience a round of applause. Official thank you to our sponsors, to MCN6 team, you came through, thank you. To Buffy Bleasy, who came through, thank you so much. To our team who did a wonderful job, thank you so much. And if you have not given as yet, okay, I'm just going to look at my Zoom call, right? So I'm going off camera, I'm looking at the Zoom screen. Raise your hand on the Zoom screen. First of all, I see Wookie Weir from Youth Prize. Wookie, way to go. Love it. Wookie came through, Youth Prize came through as a platinum sponsor. So thankful. But you know what else Wookie did too? When COVID-19 hit, She immediately called me and said, Dr. Verner, I know nonprofits are going to have a hard time, and I want to be here for you. And she did. She was there. Thank you, Ms. Wookie. Nancita and the women, the honoring women, Nancita, you're there. Thank you for coming through. I see our lead mentors, Miss Ann Dillard, Atlanta is on the screen. Thank you. Miss Cabo Yang, I see you, Cabo. Thank you. And I want to formally thank our board just for coming through for us today. If you haven't given today, text 91999 give. And we're going to finish up this segment just showing you photographs of our girls doing amazing things and having a lot of fun. And during that time, continue to give. So right off as this moment, we have gotten probably close to $100,000 in giving. Wow. What I need you to do is to keep giving and share this. Can I say, let's say share. Share. Let's say comment. And we are good to go. Thank you so very much for attending the 8th annual live virtual Girls Taking Action fundraiser. Bye-bye. Bye.